Are you going to stand this close to me?
I can stand close.
No, that's freaking me out.
Hey, Josh Jackway here with Exponential Network, and we're getting a behind-the-scenes look into the lives of this guy right here.
Hello, everybody. I'm the Exponential Network.
This is Ed Stetzer, who's a guru of all things, and he's given us an inside look into what maybe many of you have been reading about through Twitter, and that's been the amount of weight that he's lost over the course of the last year.
This is what I want to talk about with my life. By the way, isn't it a little odd that you look like you're dressed for a Chicago winter, and I look like I'm dressed for an Orlando summer?
And we're meeting in the middle.
And we're meeting in the middle, exactly. In Nashville, no less.
We don't know where we're at.
Oh, it's a secret location?
Yes,
okay,
secret
fair
location.
enough. All right.
It could be Atlanta, we don't know.
Okay, we're on a secret location in an undisclosed location. Good, I like it. All right.
So why don't you tell us about this thing right here?
Well, this is where I do the, if you follow me on Twitter, Ed Stetzer is the Twitter handle. At Ed Stetzer, sorry, right, good point. This is where I do the Hour of Power, as I refer to it. And no, I'm not watching a certain TV program, but I try to, about 2 years ago, I was just decided it was time to take better care of myself. I didn't have high blood pressure or anything of that sort, but a few things happened, and one of which, I want to do real quick. A friend of mine lost a lot of weight named Junior Hill, and I said, I want to figure out what he did, so I met with him. Second thing is I got sleep apnea. So, in other words, sleep apnea is when you wake up, you snore a lot, and so I had to get this mask on my face. It was like having an alien on your face intentionally. And everyone said, "Oh, just no problem, do that." And I couldn't do it. And then lastly, I took my daughter to Disneyland. One of the things I do with my kids is when they're 10 years of age, I take them, just her and me, anywhere they want to go to the United States for a week. Well, Kristen wanted to go to Disneyland. And so we get to Disneyland, we wait in a 45-minute line, I can't fit in the ride. And so it was just this moment, she was so gracious, and so, this is crazy. So I started saying, I'm going to do it. So about 2 years ago, I started exercising and eating less, and bought this elliptical. And this has been, I got the elliptical and the treadmill, and this is sort of what I work out on. And so, but I have a tremendous case of ADD, so I've got my email, I watch TV, I do that, I read my magazines, and I grade papers, and so I try to do stuff on this. And that's the thing that's been for me, is that for a guy who I just can't, just an hour, 5 days a week, I just couldn't do this without something else to do. So I'll do email, stuff like that on my iPhone or on the computer, that kind of stuff.
So what do you read? Show us some of the stuff that you're reading, or maybe some of the papers that you're grading that you're giving F's to.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's, let's see. These are my students from Trinity International Divinity School, where I serve on the faculty there in Chicago.
In Deerfield.
Yep. And let's see. I probably should. It's probably against the law to show you the names of the papers, but here's Planting a Multicultural Church by an Ethnically Chinese Church.
Oh, I didn't realize that Dave Ferguson was going to
Dave, exactly. He's kind of a big deal.
His community is very much a Chinese church.
It is. And so these are just the different papers that I got to finish. I'm actually behind on grading them. And so let's see. So here are papers to grade. Here is a book that I'm writing the foreword to. This is by Ben Arment. Ben,
I follow him on Twitter.
Who doesn't follow Ben on Twitter?
Yeah.
He's kind of a big deal. And so I'm actually, this is his new book. I'm probably breaking a rule by letting you see this, but it's called Church in the Making. And so I'm writing the foreword to it, and it says all kinds of stuff. Let's just pick a paragraph.
Ooh, all right. Behind the scenes in Ben Arment's book here.
One evening, we had a better than usual conversation with Erin about matters of faith. When we met her, and her heart was like a brick wall. She refused to believe in God, let alone put her trust in Jesus. But on this night, we noticed her heart was beginning to soften. This is a good paragraph.
You picked a good one.
She revealed her disappointing encounter with her church, her father's diagnosis with cancer, and some of her personal struggles. Ainsley and I knew it was time to plant a seed. And then he goes, boom! I love that.
Now tune in next Thursday night. This is just a preview.
Yes, tell me.
Next Thursday night on ABC, you'll get the rest of the
drama.
Exactly. The rest of the drama.
Exactly. Ben's a good guy. As far as magazines that I'm reading, I try to keep, actually, if you look right back here on top of my dog cage, and if you follow me on Twitter, you know I hate my dog. But I try to keep magazines here, and I'll read different ones. And let's see, let's pull out a few here. What I do is I try to keep up on different things as we go.
Tim Keller. What are your thoughts on Tim Keller?
I've kind of got a man crush on Tim Keller.
I do too. He's the best looking old guy that I've ever seen.
Well, you see, I didn't really think of it that way. I was thinking more of his deep theological, missiological thought. But
I'm very superficial.
I can see, and that's all right. It's all right. So, Christianity Today. Now I have to say, I'm a contributing editor for Christianity Today, so I have to say good things about that. Let's see, leadership. This is an older one, because sometimes what I'll do is I'll read the newer ones, and I'm kind of catching up on some old ones. But this is probably one you're not reading right here. This is the Review of Religious Research, the official journal of the Religious Research.
I just picked up the clip notes.
It's kind of short.
Yeah.
Here's some of my very exciting. Let's see if we can see very exciting titles. Religion and Adolescent Depression. The impact of race and gender. Very nice. But a fascinating one was spiritual but not religious. The impact of parental divorce on the religious and spiritual influences of young adults in the United States. Nerd heaven right here. That's my job. Outreach. Got to read Outreach, right? I'm a
you and Kim Meyer.
Yeah, Kim's got that as well.
She
gets it done.
Yeah.
Well, this is love Outreach. As a matter of fact, the new issue is I got it over there, the top 100 issue, and we just put that out. Christian Century. This is a little more to the left side of the spectrum. So gotta find out what's going on over there. That'll get some complaint emails. Let's see. Worship facilities. I don't really remember that much about that one. It's good. It's a fine magazine. Sorry about that, worship facilities. But I'm reading it. So what was that? Worshipfacilities.com. Preaching magazine. This is a journal preaching magazine, and they do good stuff. Michael Didway, now at Anderson University. Read the occasional bulletin of missiological research. Again, quite the party right here. Okay.
You can actually tell just by the context of how the outside is laid out how interesting it's going to be.
You can.
It's got big pictures and big print
You like that?
I might want to read it. Small stuff.
How about this? Context, Martin Marty on religion and culture. Again,
Martin Marty.
You know Martin
he's
Marty?
good. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I read some of the stuff when I was in seminary, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised. Did you go to evangelical seminary?
I went to Lincoln, but I had some. I probably shouldn't say anything like that.
Okay, good.
I had some good professors.
I've been to Lincoln, just so you know.
Yeah.
It's a vast wasteland of frozen tundra.
I'm surprised actually your skin's still attached. The wind didn't just rip it right
Oh
off.
my gosh, it was cold. But yeah, a little more mainline stuff. Newsweek, and of course, books and culture.
Where do you order all this stuff?
Well, no, this is not CBD.
Oh, okay.
This looks like CBD, but this is actually, which everyone in America knows, every Christian American knows what CBD is. That's kind of funny. But Books and Culture is sort of the humanities journal of Christianity today.
Oh.
And so it's got like articles by really smart people, like Broadway's Country Mouse. I don't even know what that means. I haven't read this one yet. So, it's just smart people stuff. Oh, and an ad right there for Trinity Evangelical Community School.
You planned it, didn't you?
I did not.
And Indiana Wesleyan.
And Indiana Wesleyan. You got
we don't want to cut them out.
Weitzel's in there, great guy. I've had the privilege of teaching in there, good people. A lot of Arminians. But then again, you're kind of from an Arminian world, huh?
I lean more towards that spectrum, yes.
Oh, you are not far from the kingdom, my friend. let's break out the Bible.
I'm a 3-point Calvinist.
Well, that's not far. Just add a little more.
Which is 2 points too far for most of my friends.
That's probably true. That's probably true. So that's kind of what we do. We do a little email. We watch a little TV. Like I said, I listen to some music.
What are you listening to?
Well, I guess it depends on what's on the iPod. I listen to a mix of music.
You just wanted to show everyone that you have an iPhone.
That was kind of. I said iPod though. See, that's how uncool I am. I didn't even know it was an iPod. But I like to listen to a mix of music. I listen to. I listen to a little bit of Christian music. And I'm not. There's a lot of snobbery about that right now. Partly because there's a lot of reason to be snobbish about it. But there's also some good stuff out there.
You live here in Nashville, which is like the center for all of that.
Here's what I would say. If all you're trying to do is make Christian boy bands and call it Christian music, I don't want to listen to it. But there's some good stuff out there that's alternative. I don't mean this to be a genre, but there's some good music out there from the produced and created by Christians. Sometimes it's Christian music, sometimes it's not. I've even written a couple of blogs about this. Cassie Curtis reviewed her CD, and the guys at Sojourn, the worship team at Sojourn. So some good stuff there. Also listen to just different kinds of music from different eras. I'm probably, again, like my reading, it's probably too eclectic to be exciting, but kind of boring. But that's kind of it. So I've lost 100, and my scale broke, which is funny. It's because I lost weight, and when I had lost weight, the scale would work. So I got to get new ones, but somewhere between 125 and 130 pounds. Now, let me say that I am not. I'm not going to be Richard Simmons wearing little shorts, jumping around with high pitch
Which we actually tried to get him to put on some pink shorts for the video, but
because again, I think having lost weight, but not having yet kept off the weight, you can't be an expert. But it just convicted in my life that I need to get better care of myself.